How you doing, dude?
I'm good.
How's your week been?
Oh, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. Work and stuff. You but
Good.
uh, today I'm gonna go play some D&D with some friends. And
Cool. All right, sounds good. You ready?
yep,
Don't blame the game when you don't got skills, okay?
isn't I don't ever play the game. I've never done that.
Oh, that's what's up.
yeah, yeah.
So what's good? What's going on in America?
What's I don't know. I've been paying attention to the news at all. I've just been
Oh, good. Resting.
yeah,
I've been hearing a lot of African Americans saying we're resting. We are not protesting. We ain't doing shit. We're resting. We're not going to Target. We're not going
yeah,
anywhere. We're not welcome. And we are just resting, which I find
yep,
to be the ideal thing to keep your spirits up, because that's the most necessary thing to do.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like what we're gonna protest when it's needed. It's not
Yeah.
doing it right now. It's like we're gonna wait for the white people.
Well, safety first, eh?
Yeah, I think we're just waiting for the white people to
'Cause-
start. We're waiting for a bunch of white people to start, and then we'll be like, okay, we can join in now. It's good to join in now. We can come. We can come.
Because it has to be the white people. Because
Yeah,
there's too much racism.
yeah. At this point, it's dangerous for us.
I mean, it has to be, and it can be, and it is already. I mean, it's
Yeah,
going on. Yeah, man. I just find it so interesting how, like I was talking about the miscalculations when the power comes in and you're all like high on that shit and you're not thinking straight.
yeah,
And I think Elon Musk, my boo,
yeah,
he was thinking I might lose Tesla in America. He never thought it was going to go all far to Europe
yeah,
and Japan and Canada, all these
yeah,
different places. And then he was all like tripping off his balls, like a lot of people are saying, tripping off his balls. Uh, and went ahead and talked to the AFD in Germany.
yeah,
And I know they're growing in strength, but still nobody really wants him. People just want them to take
no,
care of the immigrants.
yeah.
They don't
These
want really the AMD to come in, you know
no,
what I'm saying? So, and he didn't think it was going to be worldwide like that.
yeah,
Because he was thinking, I'm just going to get government contracts. Fuck it. I might, Tesla, he
yeah,
wasn't thinking that far.
yeah,
So I was enjoying that this week. And then as I left you a message earlier,
yeah. Will Smith.
Will Smith,
Yeah,
boo.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that it can't be his hobby.
You
You
know what's
know what I'm saying.
you know what's funny about
But
that?
what?
Me and Jabril were talking about that literally I think Wednesday because Will Smith went on a live stream of one of the big streamers.
Hmm.
Like he does like music stuff and stuff like with like other big artists. Like I think he had I don't know. I think he had like no, I forget who he had on there, but he had some big artists on there, and
Yeah, I forgot too, but I know what you're
yeah,
saying.
but he did like a
Mm.
in the booth type thing where it's like, oh yeah, we just make a song or whatever, and and he wrote the whole song. The thing is, he did the in the booth. He did it all one take,
Which the in the booth actually was good though. I liked it.
but the thing was that he went back and did it again, and then even I
Okay.
and Jabril were like, he wrote this and studied this. He studied this so much. Like
Yeah.
it's not like it was like natural for him to come out and do it. It was like purely planned
Exactly.
to do this. And I was like,
Exactly.
as an artist, as a young artist out here trying to be big, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have gone.
And also, as the times are right now, where really what counts is authenticity. People want
Yeah,
authenticity.
yeah, we want you
They
to be
don't want
real.
BS.
We
And
don't.
like I say, if this is your hobby, you're rich enough. This is your fucking hobby in the basement
Yeah,
with your boys on the weekend, and then maybe you put it on Insta or something like that. But not. you talking to Kendrick Lamar and shit, and Jay-Z giving me advice on my hip hop. You was never that big anyway.
And
I
you know
mean, I
what's like,
can't tell you that I go back and listen to Will Smith unless it's about to be summertime. Summer, summer, summertime. But he's never was that skillful. There are
yeah.
other much more skillful hip hop artists than he was.
And
And I'm
if
just
you're
like, are
not
you lost?
if you're not skillful, then it's about the passion. Like, if you're passionate about it, people will see that and be like, yeah, I fuck with this. It's not about the skill. It's not about the double entendres or the triple entendres and things like that, and flipping a word like 5, 6 times in a different beat, and like also then doing like crazy math flows, and like, oh, I had 16K and then I had another 16 and whatever, and adding all that shit up. Like, there are people that do that, but no one likes that. No one's not like, it's like, oh, like if you're passionate about it, you're like, okay, I'm gonna show you that I really fuck with the music shit. That it's like cool and all, but for like in the moment, and then also watching the replay of it, I was like,
Yeah.
you know what's crazy? His two children are better at all three of his children are better at music than he is.
Yes.
It is insane, and it's because they have a passion for it.
Yes, and they're young.
Yeah, and it feels like he's just trying to get back into rap because he's like, let me go back to what I started off as,
No,
you
no, it
know?
was
Like
never that. It was never that.
let me just
It
get
was
back
never
into
that.
the
Cause no,
let me get
no,
back in the
because
booth, you
immediately
know?
after that, it was always the Fresh Prince. It was always the acting. It was always gonna be that. It
Yeah.
was never gonna be the hip hop rap thing. Because he was gonna be a one or two or maybe three hit wonder, and that was
Yeah.
gonna be it. If he didn't have the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, but there would not be like Will
Yeah.
Smith, like
Yeah.
no way. He was not. He was not.
Well,
I
that's
can't
the
even name it.
problem. That's
He
the problem.
wasn't. He wasn't a Tupac. He
That's
wasn't
the
a
problem.
Biggie.
That's
He,
the
he wasn't.
problem
He
though.
was an entertainer.
He never had the fall off in the music. He never really had the fall off in the music cuz he stopped. So he was already like on the rise in music a little bit. He had like a couple hits and then he
What?
stopped. So then
Okay.
it's like,
When
okay,
Men in the Men in Black thing, Men in Black, that this stuff, and then the Miami Janks with the
but those are
Hispanics
all
over
for
there,
like
it's all for movies.
yeah, movie projects and stuff. So when people listen to it, they're like, "All right, I fuck with it. It's a cool little movie thing. I get it." But then like he's trying to get back into music and I'm like, "Well, if you're trying to make an album, you got to actually like you got to set time like you have to go away for a couple years. Like you really have to go away. Like step out the line, just go away. Like what Kendrick does. He goes away for like 4 years and then he comes back with the album and it's like this deep inspirational shit and you're like, "Damn."
As I can't believe you just put Will Smith and Kendrick Lamar into the same lane.
I'm just no, they're not in the same lane. I'm just saying
Now, if you putting Drake and Will Smith together, that's more fitting. Okay,
if he wants to make some real good shit, you have to go away.
but I think there's a peak, and
There's
then
a
you fade off. And the only people that see old people like that are old people from the past that want to have relived the golden days. That's the only reason you're gonna go see Will Smith.
I mean, look at LeBron.
No young person, young people, when they think of a person that's 50, they think we're like old as fuck. We ain't old as fuck, we're grown.
Yeah.
But to young people, it's like, oh,
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
They don't want to see, they don't want to see no old man
Oh,
out on the stage
that
doing the thing like
but
that.
but
Nobody
that's
wants to see that, bro.
the next problem is
Even me, I don't want to see an old man. I want to see a young, fine, brown chocolate, hot, sexy
mom,
motherfucker doing
mom,
his. That's what I want to see. A young man, okay?
mom. Kendrick's
When
almost
I go
40.
to a hip hop concert.
Kendrick's
Yes?
almost 40.
Yeah, but
Kendrick's almost
almost
40.
40 is not almost 60. Will Smith is almost fucking
But
60, okay?
the problem with Will Smith is he hasn't gone with the times either. It's like he's an artist who's just stuck in his like old timey era where it's like
Yeah,
you don't do that no more. He's like, yeah, I have to do this
no.
all one take, you know. And I was like, bro,
Well, what's funny? Yes.
you didn't even he didn't even try to like feel the beat. He literally just memorized what he wrote down and then
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
rapped. And I was like, it doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel
Like,
authentic. It
Can
doesn't feel
you
like
see
him
Will Smith? Hold up. Can you see Will Smith doing the freestyle on Swayze?
on
No, you
Swayze Morning.
cannot. Yes, you're not going to see that mess.
I've
Oh, you're going to see it, but it's not going to be good. It's going
it's
to be
not.
embarrassing.
Well, no, because it's gonna be already pre-written.
And the only thing that's funny, the only thing that see, that's where you should have kept it. Remember when Jaden came out with that song, Icon,
Yeah, I'm just an
and then Will
icon, man.
Smith did the remake. Will Smith did the
Well,
remake.
the problem is
Now
he
that
did
shit,
the problem he
but it
did the
was funny.
remake,
It
but
was random.
also
It
he
was
did the remake
creative.
two
It
years
was
later.
funny as fuck. Yeah, macht nix. I was fine, but it was funny. Okay, I liked it. I liked it. But right now, Will Smith needs to go period away because he needs to take a break. This is what I'm trying. You can't have slap Chris Rock and then act like 2 years
Like you
later.
didn't
No,
do
that
it,
shit ain't.
like you still haven't
That
done
shit
it.
is old, bro. And then nobody, like I said, wants to see an old man on stage coming out with some dope rhymes. Nobody wants that. Trust me.
Yeah,
No. Oh,
it's it's like no one
no
really
way.
cares about it. No
If
one wants to
if
see
I
it.
choose to go to NCT 127, my favorite K-pop band, and Will, I'm just gonna go there because they're fine, they're Asian, they're sexy, they do all the dances, they're young. Yeah, they're 30. And I know Kendrick is 37, but he's in a different era now, and he's a way different artist.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
was always a poetic hip hop artist or whatever, but you can't put
It's
them two together.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it's just like
And that's what I'm saying, and that's how out of touch you are.
yeah, it's just
Maybe you need to be
okay.
homeless for a couple of years, like really homeless, fucking live on the damn streets, grow a fucking beard, get real funked up and shit. See
Yeah,
what's gonna happen. Well, I don't
or
know what's
or
gonna help,
talk
but
about your
you're a bit out
actual
of touch.
or talk about your actual problems. Like, don't just
Yes,
put on like talk about the real shit.
yes,
That's what music's always
yes,
been about. Talk about real shit.
yes,
He's not talking about
yes.
anything. He's just like, yeah,
No,
people talking on my name. I'm like, nigga, no one's talking about you, and no one's talking about you. No one's saying nothing. You came out of nowhere. You just started talking. We weren't talking. You haven't had a movie in like 3 years now. Niggas ain't talking about you no more.
yeah, I hope he gives that up. And I think like I mean, it started when I turned 40. And I remember I'm like, damn, I'm 40 now. So that means in 40 years, I'm 80. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I kind of started, I mean, it was hard for like maybe a year thinking about, death and, getting older and, what I'm saying. But then you find other things, you know what I'm saying? And you
yeah,
realize that is just life and you have to accept it. And there are just certain things you need to flow with in order to have this
yeah,
kind of balance within yourself. And one of getting older is also letting the young people take over the lead,
yeah,
and trust in their vision and trust it and support that and be like, yo, times are different now. It's not
yeah,
like back in the day no more. That's why a lot of things, these are different times and the youth is much more attuned to different things and much more aware of different things. I keep saying it again and again and again. But and it just when you're confronted, I think these days a lot of people they're confronted with people that are not in tune. They're just not
yeah.
feeling it, and they just want nothing to do with it. And like
But
I
all,
say again, the young ladies don't want no old ass on stage. They want to see a nice young rapper.
also the next thing
I even
is,
take Future. Future's old too. He's 40. No.
yeah, he's about there. But also, he talked to
Yeah.
he talked to Jay Z, a nigga that's retired, and Kendrick Lamar, a nigga that's like still in the prime of his career, but also in the latter end. He's not like it's not like you're talking to a Nick like someone who just popped out. Like you're not talking to Little Yachty. You're not talking to like I don't know some younger dude. You're not talking to like a JID. Like you're not talking to these younger dudes. You're talking to
Yes.
niggas that have
Yes.
already done it, that are already
Yes.
at the top. They don't need to worry
Yeah.
about being at the top no more because they've already there.
Yeah.
They're already at
Yeah.
the summit. They've completed the goals. They got all the achievements. They've done it. You don't
Yes.
need to talk to them.
No.
Asking them, "Oh, where should I start?" doesn't help you because it's a different time period now.
And you know how weird this phone call must have been? Even for especially Kendrick, like yo, Will Smith on the phone. He's like, eh? Even, because, you still gotta respect Will Smith. I mean, you got to respect Will Smith. I'm sorry. But how was that conversation? It must have been super weird,
Like
super awkward.
also it's like he's not even asking like the technical questions. He's not asking like, "Oh, how would you like in like this part of the song would you switch your cadence or switch the way you're saying something in order to like make it sound better or make it stand out more? Or like how would you use this word differently?" It's like he's not asking technical questions. He's asking basic questions that no one cares about. Cuz it's like if I was there, I'd be like, "Yo,
Mhm.
I'm asking technical
Sorry.
questions. How do you get in this pocket
Yes.
of flow and change the way like or
Yes.
how do you know when to speed up and slow down in certain moments of the song? Like what are you feeling
Yeah.
for? Like, oh,
Yeah.
what are you doing when you're rapping on the upper beat or the underbeat? Like, there's
Yeah.
technical questions that he's just not asking. And it's like, well, you've been out the game for so long. Of course you're not asking these questions.
Not just that, he's also doing some kind of like some sucker move again, where he's like sliming his way to calling Jay-Z and calling Kendrick, yo, want to get attention from the big guys. It's a pussy. You're just a pussy, man, on the beat. I
Bro,
mean,
talk to
come on.
like I would be
And what do
if
you
I
think they're
was
gonna
if
tell you? What do you think they're gonna tell you? They're gonna say, "Oh, I wish
I'm
he had
talking
called me. I would have
bro,
told him the
talk to your
truth."
son Jaden Smith. You literally have your son call him up. He's a young artist. He's the perfect person to ask. Oh, how do I come
Yes.
back up in this climate? Oh, your son will probably be like, "Oh, you just got to be more authentic. You got to stop
Well,
painting
maybe. Hold up.
stop
His
having a
son
mask
probably
on."
kept it real with him and was like, "Dad, you too old. I bet you."
I mean, hey, J. Cole said the same thing. He was someone asked J. Cole, like, what do you think about, like, an artist trying to come up at, like, 25, 26? He's like, yeah, that's still good. You're still good at that age. You know, you're still young. You're
Yeah.
still into hip hop. And then they're like, what about
Yeah.
35? And he's like, that's pushing it. That's pushing it. If you ain't made it by 35, you better put the pen down, my dude. Because, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like,
Or
yeah,
it's
I
just
get
gonna be a
it.
hobby.
Yeah,
I
it's just
mean,
gonna
it
be a
can
side
always be
thing.
a hobby, though.
It could be a side thing. You can just release music whenever. It doesn't have to be the main
Exactly.
thing. It could be an option.
I mean, that's what those all those guys like Screwface Jean,
Yeah,
I mean, he
they
does
just turn
also
it
he
into their
releases,
side thing.
and then he does like
The
talks about
reactions.
different the
Yeah,
reactions exactly. So it can always, what I'm saying, it doesn't have to be that it's not at all, because it's so powerful, and if it's
yeah,
something you enjoy doing, you could be doing that shit. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Just make it like your little
Another
side thing for
thing
some
that
time.
people always don't always think about too, you can also make music for movies or TV shows, or you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I mean, there's different ways to still be in the game. Maybe you don't have fame, but you can still make the bags.
yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Yes, yes, yes. So anyway, um, yeah, that Will Smith. Poor baby.
He just puts up too much of a facade where it's like
Yeah, he's
just at this point, like if you're just real at this point in your career, like LeBron, it's crazy. LeBron went on uh uh what was it? He went on some show and he was
mhm.
talking about Stephen A. Like, yo,
Mhm.
this dude, bro, he gonna be so happy that I'm talking about him, cause this dude, man,
Mhm.
he gonna just cause I said his name, he gonna get happy. He gonna start. He gonna wait.
Yeah,
He can't wait. He can't wait to talk
yeah,
about it. I was like,
yeah.
you are right, LeBron. You are right about that. This,
So has Stephen A responded yet?
oh yeah, he responded Monday, and he was like, well, LeBron, what you did was weak, and if you put your hands on me, I would have slapped the shit out you." I'm like, whoa,
Sure.
what? First of all, you're like 60,
Reach
he's
him.
6'9", 250. What are you talking about here?
Yes.
This
Yes.
man, you gonna slap? You can't even reach LeBron. You
Yes.
got
Which, by the way, do
scoliosis.
basketball players also have security guards? No.
Pretty sure they do. Yeah. I mean, they
But
don't have.
how tall they have to be? 8 foot or something? Giants.
No, they're probably just very, very good at fighting. Security
Ah,
guards are just
okay,
probably
okay,
very good
okay.
at fighting. It's like, oh, you can't have.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's probably just really good fighters. There's
Okay,
like
okay,
a
okay.
amateur boxers or something like that where it's like, ah, well,
Because that's what I'm saying. I don't see nobody really straight up attacking. I mean, unless with a gun or a
yeah,
weapon or something like that.
yeah,
But you're not gonna like. You gotta first reach his face, man. You gotta be
yeah,
jumping, or you gotta get him on the ladder.
yeah, yeah, and it's like
Stephen A. I like him though. I do still like him.
he's entertaining, but like he's getting
Yeah.
exposed for not knowing basketball. That's all.
Really?
Yeah,
How can he not know basketball? It's easy.
he was talking about Bronny, and he was like he said some shit like, as a father, you gotta, as a father now, as a father, brother, you gotta stop putting him on this
He
pedestal.
did not say brother. He did not say brother.
He says that all the time. He says
He's.
that shit.
I know that, but that's how he talked directly. I never followed it. I never
Yes.
saw it.
He talked directly
I
to
just saw
LeBron. He was
the
like, LeBron, stop putting your son on a pedestal. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of get it. But also, he has a father, so that's kind of what he's going to do. Like, I'm like, I'm going to let LeBron talk, and we're just going to see what the numbers are going to say. And then
yeah.
you're talking about Bronny in fourth quarter game, like in the game of like trash
Hmm.
time, where it's like, oh, we're either
Hmm.
up by 20 or we're losing by 20. Either or, Bronny's in the game because he's like, it's just like, hey, I mean, we don't want our players to get hurt, and we're down or we're up by so much that it doesn't matter anymore. So you just go in
Yeah.
there, and it's
Yeah.
like 5 minutes at a time, and I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
we're gonna, and he's like, oh, Bronny only averaging 2 points a game, and that ain't enough to be an NBA player. But I'm like, he ain't even played that much. You're saying 2 points a game, but then you're not taking into account how many minutes he's playing. He's playing like 5 minutes at the end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
End of the game where you're
No.
like, I'm just warming up. This is me warming up.
Yeah.
This is my first time taking a shot.
Yeah.
And then finally he scored like 17 in like a full NBA game. But he's been playing in the G League so much, and he's doing really
Hmm.
well in the G League. He had like a 39-point
Hmm.
game. He had a couple 39-point games, I think. Like he's
Okay.
been
Hmm.
playing really well in the G League, and now he's getting his
Hmm.
confidence because like, Bronny had a like a heart thing going on in, I think it was 2022, 2021. I think it was like last year
Hmm.
or so.
Hmm.
He had this heart thing that stopped him from playing
Hmm.
basketball before the season started, or his college season started. So he wasn't able to play as much. So it was like,
Interesting. What kind of heart thing?
he had cardiac arrest. Yeah.
Hold up. What?
Yeah, Bronny had a cardiac arrest, and
You know that's a heart attack, right?
yeah.
Was that because you know a lot of young boys got that from I mean
No,
conspiracy.
it
They
was
believe vaccine. Was that around COVID time?
no, it was after that. But like it was because of his
Yeah,
like,
exactly. After that. After that. Was it
no,
immediately after that?
no, he's always had it. It was just like
Uh-huh, okay.
it was like a heart, like his, like one of his valves were like too small, so it wasn't
Okay,
pumping
okay.
enough blood into his system. And like he would have never
Okay.
found out about it if he wasn't a basketball player. But the fact that he is a
Okay.
basketball player, like he's pushing a lot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it was just that.
Yeah.
And like he didn't get a chance to play in college really. So he averaged like 4 points in college, and I was like, yeah, but he wasn't playing much. He was playing like 5 minutes a game, maybe 6 minutes.
Yeah, but then there's a certain degree of nepotism still involved in him getting that
Yeah,
gig.
a little bit, but also
And
he's
maybe
not.
that's just what Stephen A. He doesn't like the nepotism. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, but like
Because usually,
if he didn't have the heart thing, he probably would have averaged like 17 points in
but you don't know that.
college. He mo he
And
most
then how
likely
does that
would have.
heart thing still affect him today? Why did he continue to play?
Oh no, he got a surgery and he got it fixed, and it took him a
Uh-uh.
while to get back into like, you know, playing
Okay.
status. And then he finally got
Hmm.
back into playing status, but like they weren't playing him a lot because they were like, well, we got our other guys, so we're just gonna play
Hmm.
them because like you haven't proven
Hmm.
yourself, and also you had that heart thing. So,
Hmm.
but if he went back to college instead of going to the
Hmm.
NBA, he would have had. I think he would have played really well. It's just that like
Okay.
the heart thing kind of took him out, and then
Hmm.
it was a whole thing there.
Hmm. Interesting.
But then Stephen A.
Hmm.
also said some crazy shit about LeBron. He was like, "You weren't at Kobe's memorial. Why weren't you at Kobe's memorial? We didn't see you there." And I'm like, "What? He first of all, he was there. He was there. He just wasn't on camera. That's the only thing. He was there. He wasn't on camera. He didn't want to be on camera." And I'm like, I understand that. He's like, it's probably he was thinking, yeah, it wasn't really my It's not
Hmm.
like this isn't meant for me. This isn't like a me thing. This is a Kobe
Yeah,
thing. And like he was
yeah.
like LeBron has said, like I wasn't really
And he
that
probably was
close.
just as shook up as everybody else. I
Yeah,
mean, the whole world was crying. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
he was probably grieving
Hmm.
just like everyone else. But also LeBron
Yeah,
said
man.
like I wasn't that close with Kobe until he got to LA. Once he got
Hmm.
to LA, they started becoming closer. But that was like after Kobe retired
Yeah,
and everything. And it was like,
yeah.
and I'm like, okay, I get it, because Kobe was that guy who was like, yeah, I'm not working out with you unless you're on my team. Like, I'm not
Hmm.
talking to you unless you're on my team. We're
Yeah,
not friends
yeah,
until you're on my team. If you're on my
yeah.
team, we're
Yeah.
friends, man. We're cool.
But do you think Stephen A. maybe, how just to get attention,
Oh, definitely, definitely.
and he's gonna talk shit out of side. It's an entertainment thing. They do it all the time. Talk
Yeah,
shit, and then they get the negative headlines, but
yeah. But the
yeah, yeah,
problem
yeah.
is that they do it all the time just for the NBA. They
Hmm.
don't do it for any other sport. They don't do it for like the
Uh-huh.
NFL or like
Hmm.
golf or boxing or any other sport. They literally only do it for the NBA. And it's like annoying to see because it's like, can we just talk about the game? Can we just talk about how Jokic put
Interesting.
up 30, 20, and 20? Like, no one's ever done
Yeah.
that before. 30 points, 20
Hmm.
rebounds, 20 assists.
Mm.
That's an insane stat.
Yes, that is insane.
And in this year alone, Jokic has like had like uh what the shot is just called a heave, basically where you're just like
Mhm.
throwing the ball at the last second to
Mhm.
see if you can make it. He's
Yes.
41%. He's 41%.
Damn.
He made
Damn.
41%, and he has the most attempts at it. He has like 50
Yes.
shots of just heaves.
Hmm.
He's throwing like full court passes just down. Like, we're not gonna talk about this. We're not gonna talk. Like, there's
Yeah.
so much you can talk about other than this negativity that they're just spreading. And that's the problem with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
guys, let's talk about the
Yeah.
positives here. It's like we're
Yeah.
we're in a we're in a different era now.
Yeah.
We're in a different era.
Yeah.
We're seeing all these young guys. It's like, oh, we're
Yeah.
looking for the next face of the league. We need a face of the league. It's like no one wants to be the face of the league because the way you shit talk LeBron for the past 25 years, no one wants to be that. No one wants to do that. I wouldn't want to do that. I'm like, bro,
And the face of the league is each individual player. I mean, you need to have someone to stand up. I'd say that be the Olympic team or not,
no, not really,
or
because like
whoever.
there's international players too. It's like I don't think there's gonna be
Well,
a
that's what I'm
face of the
saying.
league anymore.
Or if it's a world game, then that's the
It's
face of the team. All the players that are in that team,
Yeah, there's
I would say.
faces of teams. There's faces of teams, but there's no face of the
Yeah.
league.
Yeah.
Like not
Yeah.
anymore, because every team has a good all-star player now. Every team has a
Yeah.
top tier player who can like get them to a championship if they just had the right pieces
Yeah.
around them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just that
Yeah.
ESPN is annoying me. Also, Shaq talking about
Who watches ESPN? That's anyway boring.
I
You
don't
watch the game, aren't you?
I watch the game. I don't watch ESPN. I watch the game and
Yeah.
then
I
I
mean,
immediately go to YouTube highlights. I don't even watch ESPN anymore. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go watch
exactly.
YouTube. I'm just gonna go watch the
Yeah.
YouTube guys talk about it because they'll be more analytical. They'll understand the numbers more, and they'll explain to me what
Yeah.
the fuck just happened in this game.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh, there's another Celtics fan in the building, by the way. Did I tell you?
oh,
The Patterson upstairs.
oh,
Because I was wearing my purple hoodie the other day walking up the steps, and his son also had a purple hoodie on, and
yeah.
they were behind me. And he was like, "Oh, you guys are matching." And I was like, maybe some secret Laker fans. He's like, "Don't even get me started. Celtics here in
Tell,
this house, baby."
tell,
I was
tell.
like, "Okay."
Next time you see him, tell him the Cavaliers are gonna beat him. Just tell him that. Just tell him that.
If I can remember that. I don't see those neighbors often.
If
But
you
yeah,
ever see
okay.
him
I will
again,
tell him.
just tell the Cavs. The Cavs are gonna win, and it's gonna be funny because it'll be true. Because
I'm gonna cry.
yeah,
Oh, yes. But what's interesting is just very quick to talk about these neighbors. She was born in Cali, but she's lived here pretty much almost all her life in Germany. And he's not even really American. He's German, but he looks
Oh.
so American, and his English is more American than her English. So,
It's
it's
probably.
quite interesting. That's why
I
she
mean,
didn't know
there's.
what honeysuckle was, because I was talking to her about honeysuckle. Oh, yeah, I have honeysuckle now, and she didn't even know what that was. But because she's never
Yeah.
really grew up there, she doesn't know.
There.
And I know Cali, I mean, they have honeysuckle on the West Coast. But
Uh,
anyway,
I'm pretty sure they do. They grow pretty much everything.
yeah.
They grow in a
Mm.
lot of places. Like, they, yeah, I can see it.
No, it's definitely a weed.
Yeah,
I've done some studies now. Yes, it's definitely a weed
yeah.
because
At,
I observe how it's growing,
at
and
least,
it's like the raspberry. It grows in one thing, and that same thing will grow deep roots
yeah,
in the other pot. I have to do some pruning today because I'm ready now for my balcony and my new season. Yes.
yeah.
Oh, but anyway, Stephen A. What a fool. Very entertaining though.
Very entertaining. Still, still a fool.
Um, yeah.
Yeah,
And also big ego if he thinks he's gonna slap. Because I think LeBron, he does one slap and Stephen A. is on the
well,
ground.
he did say Stephen A. did say I
Like
would
not
get.
like a front hand, one
I don't.
time. That nigga, he be crying too.
I don't want to take that quote out of context. He did say after he said I would slap him, I would get my ass beat. He did say that.
Ah, okay.
He did
Okay,
say
good,
that.
good, good. So he's a mature man. He knows of his boundaries
I'm just
and
saying,
his limitations.
but I'm also saying you slapping LeBron is a funny image because I don't think it would hurt him.
No,
I just think he would
no.
be like, "You did you just slap me? Like the fuck are we doing here? Like you just slapped me? Like did you just slap me?"
Steve, he's not that tall. I don't think he could reach his
He's
face.
like 5'4", I think. I don't know how tall he's. He's not that tall though.
He probably would need, his little fancy shoes. He would kick him in the
And he
shin. That's what he would
and
be
he has
doing.
like scoliosis. He has a
Really?
bad. Yeah, because he's always hunched like
Ah,
this. He's not standing
ah,
up like this. He's like this.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, you can tell the posture when he's sitting down. He's always like this. He's always like sit frontwards instead of like straight up.
Maybe this is like a spine that's like a snake, kind of,
Yeah, it's either like a
which would
curve,
still make
a
you like
snake,
kind of a little bit,
but it's also
yeah,
like the hunt. Like he has a hunch.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, poor baby.
Yeah, so you
A
and
hunchback from Notre
he can't even
Dame.
jump. He can't even jump.
Mm,
Also, LeBron did post on Instagram. He deleted it,
mhm,
but he did post on
mhm,
Instagram a
mhm.
video of Stephen A. doing boxing training. And then after that, the clip, like the next swipe over, was just someone going womp womp. I was like, you just having fun
Oh.
with this now, LeBron. You just really at the
But how
point.
was their relationship before? Maybe it's an artificial,
Oh,
like an artificial.
Stephen A. doesn't like LeBron. Turns out Stephen A. doesn't like LeBron because he's like, oh, LeBron is a backstabber, and he's like, uh passive aggressive. He's all passive aggressive. And I'm like, I don't think LeBron has ever liked you. That's the thing. I think that's why you don't like him because LeBron never liked you. That's what it
Yeah,
is. LeBron
yeah,
doesn't like you. He doesn't like any of these
yeah,
media talking heads because all they do is
yeah,
talk down on the game. And when
yeah.
the reason why he went to like the other ESPN show, the little other
Mhm,
there's another ESPN show that's bigger than Stephen A's show, and the reason why he went
mhm.
over to them is because they talk positively about the game. That's the
Yeah,
literal reason why. They don't do
yeah,
this negative like like all this negative stuff. They talk positive
yeah,
about the game. So the reason why he went
yeah.
over there was to be like, hey, he didn't even go on ESPN time airtime either because they live stream on
Wow.
like YouTube too, and they're
Mhm,
honestly bigger than ESPN, but they signed an ESPN deal just because I guess they got offered them a lot of money. I'm like, well, yeah,
mhm.
don't turn down the money, but so
Yeah.
like the contract is actually in their favor because they do the ESPN show for an hour, and then after that they do the after show, which is just their live stream still. And LeBron was on
Hmm.
there,
Hmm. Oh,
and
okay. Mhm.
and basically was like, uh, Like, just saying like, hey, I'm just here to promote my piece and also promote his new uh the new season of Mind the Game podcast that's coming out.
Oh, okay. He's making a
Yeah.
podcast?
Oh,
Good.
he started a podcast with JJ, but now JJ is the Lakers head
Hmm.
coach, so he doesn't have time to
Hmm.
be on the podcast. So now
Okay.
he has a season 2, but this time it's with Steve Nash.
Ah, okay.
So he's like, yeah,
Okay. Good.
it's gonna be cool.
That's what's up. Yeah.
High IQ talking about basketball,
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
the real stuff,
Hmm.
which a lot of people don't do, which is sad to see.
But it's more and more though. People
It's
are
getting more and
having.
more. It's getting more and more. But like,
Really?
I think this season 2 is gonna be like the biggest one because it's like, oh,
Nico, I'm talking fast. Hmm.
we get to see actual
Yep.
like details of like the show. Like we get to see
Yeah.
details of the game and like how they see things on the court. It's like really interesting to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, probably sprinkle a couple of life stories in there.
yeah. Sometimes,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's cool.
can't wait for that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's Stephen A.
Shaq's also a problem, but
Jack.
yeah. Shaq said he doesn't watch the NBA. He doesn't watch like certain NBA teams. It was a whole thing, and I'm like, it's still your job is to
Oh.
watch them though. Your job is to watch them though. Like
Yeah.
you can't not watch certain teams. Your job is to watch them, man. Just go watch
Yes.
them. Like
Yes.
it doesn't take that much time out of your day to watch. To even just look up basic facts too. It's not even like watching them at that point. It's like just Google. Just Google. Like you don't even Google. Like your show's on once a week. You have time to watch
Hmm.
the whole week of basketball. You have time.
Hmm.
It starts
Hmm.
after most of the time it starts at like 4 to 5, maybe 12 at the
Hmm.
earliest.
Hmm.
And then like you have a half a day to do whatever else you want to do. And then you just
Okay,
watch
but
some
Shaq
games
is
for a bit.
funny. I like Shaq.
Shaq is funny, but also you can't
And
just
I like
say,
Shaq together with Kevin Hart. Because sometimes when
yeah,
I'm like when I like need a boost and I watch that
yeah,
and I laugh so hard, it's so funny. Especially when he starts laughing. And then that other one, I forgot his name. He's also bald head. What's his
yeah.
name? He's light skinned. Them three, that
Charles
combo.
Charles Barkley.
Yes. Yes, 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 him.
Yeah,
Ah, it's so
it's
good.
funny, but like as an NBA fan, it's like it's sad
Of
because it's
course.
like
I
they're not
understand. I understand what you're
they're
saying.
not doing their they get
All
paid
invested.
millions of dollars to not do their
Hmm.
job now. It's like
Yeah.
they're just not doing their job, and I'm like, just do a little bit. You don't even have
Yeah.
to watch the games at this point.
Yeah.
Just Google the standings. Just know the records. He didn't
I
know the
mean, but
head.
they have to know that. Come on. They get that fed. They have producers that give them the info.
Somehow
They
they
just have
don't.
to read.
But yeah, but then it's easy. Then it's like too easy. Just
But
like
that's the job.
he didn't know the head coach of the Detroit Pistons. And I'm like, as someone who's a casual fan who doesn't know
Yeah.
anything, I'm like, I can see that, but you shouldn't be casual level because you get paid millions to do it. You get
Yeah.
paid millions to know this stuff, so it's like, come on now, do a little
Yeah.
work. Don't just be like,
So maybe it's just like a kind of spoiled brats club where they're just, they're so full of themselves they don't have to feel like they have to really do anything
yeah,
because their name in itself or their status that they worked themselves to have is enough for them to make it. Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah.
It's like Shaq, you would have had more rings if you tried harder.
Hmm.
So, like,
Oh, oh,
I mean,
Bird.
He said it himself. Kobe said it. Everyone has said it. They're like, he would have had like 10 rings if he just came to practice on time and was like actually committed.
But how did he make it that big though? How does everybody know him
He
like that?
Because he's just very dominant. He's a very big guy
Yeah.
and he's very
Yes.
strong.
Yeah.
So like
Oh my
there
God.
was no one really in the NBA that could guard him that well because he was just so
Yeah.
big. Like there's
Like a
not
big
that
bully.
yeah, there was not that many guys that were just
Yeah.
that big. Like
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
he were
Yeah.
to practice his free throws, he would have averaged like 40 a game. Like if he were just practice
Yeah.
during
No, he's very
season
intimidating.
or in the off
Yeah.
season, come in fit,
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
prepared. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
instead of eating cheeseburgers all off season and coming in unfit and then being like, oh well, it's time to play basketball. It's like, bro, that's why in the last couple of years of his in the NBA,
Oh,
he was just
yes.
hopping from team to team. He was on the Phoenix Suns. He was on the
Ah,
Cavaliers. He was on the
yeah.
Celtics. He was on the Heat.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
each variation of those teams were sadder and sadder. They just got sadder and
Mm-hmm.
sadder. It was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
Shaq's on the Cavs now. He's not even playing. He's on the bench. They have LeBron
Oh,
and
yeah.
Shaq, and Shaq's not playing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And that's because,
Yeah.
and the only reason he went there is because they went to the finals a year before that.
Yeah.
And then he retired after that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, bro, that your career was set. And then now, like after the last like 2-3 years, he's like, yeah, I'm getting to the best physical shape of my life. Why didn't you do that later? You had all that career, and now you're like, yeah, it's time to get in the best physical shape of my life. What?
Best physical shape of my senior life.
No, no, no. Life. He said life. He said, I'm gonna get in the best
Yeah.
physical shape of my life.
Mm, mm,
And I'm
mm,
like, you didn't do that.
mm,
You didn't have time to do
mm.
that when you were literally paid to do it. You didn't do it then.
Yes. Yeah.
Come on. I understand you want to have fun, but like, you know,
Oh,
moderation.
he's just talking shit. Come on. Unless I
I've
do
seen the
know of this guy.
videos.
Wait, no. There is this guy who used to look very scrappy, and then he went on this intermittent fast
Yeah.
and ran 2 miles a day
Yeah.
and drank lots of water and did healthy lifestyle. And
Yeah.
when I saw him after 5, 6 years, he looked younger than when I saw him the time before. So maybe Shaq got into it and he's eating healthy now. He's getting the protein shakes and the chia seeds and all this
He was
shit, and he's feeling better, more energy.
he's told that he was told to do that his whole entire career.
Yeah,
You
but
couldn't
maybe
do
he
that.
he now
You
started it
couldn't.
late in life,
Yeah,
and now he's feeling the
but as
benefits.
a Lakers fan, I'm like, you couldn't do that when you were on the Lakers. Like, you couldn't. You couldn't. Like, I'm like saying, okay, off season. You have 2 months. You have two
Yeah,
months of
but
off season. You can do
the
whatever you want.
Lakers can't complain. They're a very domineering team. Okay.
So, I want more championships. I want to have
Don't
more than
be
the
greedy,
Celtics.
Albert.
At
Don't
least
be
one more.
greedy.
I'm
Okay.
being greedy. I'm being greedy. The Celtics want the only reason why Celtics have 17 championships is because of racism. That's literally it.
Because of racism?
Yes, because they weren't allowing black people in the league, and then all they had Bill Walton, and that they had they had Bill Russell, and he won 11 championships, and there was no one else in the league that could guard him because it was just him. It was just him. It was during a time period. It was during a time period where players could be coaches. You
Okay.
could go to practice and game plan for a team. How? And he still and he won games. I don't want to. I don't want to hear me being greedy when the Celtics won all their championships before black people were in the league, or a lot of black people at least. There was two. It was Kareem and Walt. It was no, Bill Russell and Walt. And then anyone else, it was like just
So you think they would have never gotten it had there been more black people?
probably not.
Wow.
If there was more tall black people in the league, I don't think they would have gotten it. If LeBron was playing back then, I'm pretty sure LeBron would have won at least 16 championships. Like,
But yeah, Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan can't guard LeBron. Michael Jordan's six
He was
five,
well,
like
good. He was
180.
bringing new moves. He was bringing new moves.
No, he wasn't. I watched the film.
Okay,
I went.
fine.
It's free on
Sorry, you
YouTube. I watched the film.
let's rewind it back to the moment when I said about the greediness, and let's strike that off the record. And I never said it. I wish you so many championships for the Lakers. I
Thank
swear to God.
you. Thank
Oh
you.
my heart.
We got Luka
on my
Don
heart.
now. We got Luka Don. He's gonna bring us a couple championships. Next
Yes.
year we're gonna win. This year it's not looking too
Yes.
good, but that's because we don't got a center. So we don't got defense is not really. It's kind of it's been off and on. It's we're trying to figure it out
Okay.
still. We're still trying to figure it
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're going to the playoffs, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Hmm.
I don't know who we're facing. I haven't looked
Hmm.
at the standings, but because I'm like,
Hmm.
whoever we're facing, we might win. We could win. I don't
Hmm.
know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Austin is playing good
Yeah.
though. That's what I'm happy about.
Good.
Austin is playing really good. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's up.
I think in the last 2 months he's averaging like 30 points, and I'm like, all right, all right, Austin,
Hmm.
go get him.
Hmm.
We have the
Hmm.
coldest white boys in the league.
White men can jump.
No, they don't jump. They just shoot the ball really well.
It's a movie reference, boy.
Yeah, but they can't jump.
But you do know the movie, right?
I know the movie, but they
Spike
can't.
Lee.
Yeah, but they just can't do it.
Okay,
They don't
okay,
do it.
okay,
They don't do
okay.
that there. There's no.
Well,
There's
that's what the movie is actually called. White man can't jump.
yeah. The two
But I
best
just was
dunkers.
like,
I
you
think
what?
the two best dunkers in the league were two light skinned brothers. But like like
Hmm.
Nico light skin, not like me light skin, like Nico light skin, like that light, like really
Yeah,
like
because there was this player. He was on this podcast, and his father's actually black,
yeah.
and
Um
he's white. And he was like, it was so cool once they found out that he's actually also black. He's just extremely high yellow.
yeah
um People started giving him the proper greeting. Hey, what's
yeah
up, brother?
yeah
And he felt more respect once they realized he's not a white dude. He's actually a black dude, but he just
yeah
came out real white. Because his mom is white, his dad is black. So he's biracial, but he got more of his mom than
yeah
his father. I mean, he looks a lot like his father. The features, but just the skin
yeah
color he didn't get that one.
yeah yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah, well, they're gonna do good, okay?
yeah.
Eventually, one day.
Next
When
year.
you take your grandkids to the game, you
No,
know,
no,
then you
no,
can say,
no,
"Oh, no."
no, no.
Okay, okay,
Next
okay,
next
okay,
year, next year. I want to.
okay.
I don't even want to see the Celtics
Well,
next year.
maybe they get a good center though. They can still trade in the next season, right?
Yeah, we could trade in the off season. We could do
Well,
make some moves.
get rid of Bronny. You know what I'm saying?
No, no. That's our
Ah,
six
okay,
man. That's our six man. No, that's our
okay,
six man. Then he's
okay,
coming off the bench. He's coming off the bench for
okay,
AR. It's gonna be him.
okay,
Dalton Connect. We're gonna.
okay,
This will be our next six man off the bench.
okay. That's what's up.
Yep. We just need a center.
Yeah,
just need a center. Just
yeah.
please, please give us a center. Please.
Oh my gosh, are you praying, son?
Yes.
This is the second time I've seen you pray. The last time you prayed was on that crazy water slide. Now you're praying
The
again.
only times I pray is one if I'm afraid. Two, if the Lakers to win. Those are the only two times I pray.
Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, that's crazy. But baby, it's 8 o'clock now.
All right.
I
Actually, I took a
mhm.
nap. I fell asleep before this. I went to sleep at
Oh,
like
nice.
6, and then I woke up at like 10. So
Okay.
I had a lot more energy this time.
Yeah, me too. I just have to get some things ready and together.
Yep.
I just thought maybe you have no buck.
No, I like doing it.
Yeah, me too. I
It's
think it's
fun.
good. Yeah,
Cause
that's what's up.
there's something to do, you know. It gives me something to do during
I
the
know,
week
right?
too. Cause I
I
edit them
know.
and stuff throughout the week, and then put them up on
Yes,
Friday.
yes.
Yeah.
And I've been feeding it with manifestation vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, quick story to the end. I It's end of the month, but I know people that owe me money, but connection. So this one person is not answering,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sitting there. I just need 20 euros, just a little couple of food items, and then
Yeah.
some meat, some little, little stuff. So Friday all day, I wasn't worried about it though. I'm like, we got food, we got dessert even. All is well. I cook some good food. Everything's good. I've been chefing it lately, 5-star kiss. And so all day long, I'm just like, I'm in abundance, I'm in abundance, I'm in abundance. And I felt happy and then in the evening, here comes Omar. I haven't spoken to Omar in a long time because the last time he was Neffen Sige. So I gave him a piece of my mind. I wasn't too friendly, but he came and he ran. Hey, how you doing? I just want to see. And I'm like, why is this guy randomly showing up on my door? He had already left. He just wanted to stop by and say hi. He didn't even want to come upstairs. And then I'm like, duh, that's the guy who's gonna give you the money. So I wrote him, yo, I'm coming by tomorrow picking up some of my money that you owe me. He's like, yeah, okay, yeah, of course. So everything worked out fine.
That's
That
good.
was my little story of manifestation. Besides the basketball and besides the failure of Will Smith. And I will pray for Will Smith. Dear Jesus, give him wisdom. Amen.
Please, someone tell him stop being fake. Please, someone around to tell him stop being fake. I hope he sees this podcast and knows stop being fake, Will Smith.
Bro, we love you, man. Just chill for a minute.
Just
It's not that
disappear.
serious.
Go to a Shaolin monk. Go to a monastery. Go meditate.
Yes,
Disappear for like
yes,
a year or two. Then come back
yes.
and then
Fame is
like
nothing.
like
Fame is
after
nothing. You're doing stupid shit for fame, bro.
yeah, just take 2 years
Yeah.
to write like an actual deep like rap album. You know, something real, something about you,
Taz, no,
something
no,
personal.
no, Taz,
He
no.
can
You're
still
going the
make a
wrong
good
way with that one.
album. He can
No,
still
bro,
win a
no.
Grammy.
You was fine. No, he cannot. He cannot.
If it's real, if
He
it's real,
cannot.
if it's real though,
Only
if it's
fake
real.
streams will get him that, but not the real thing.
No, if it's
No,
real,
no,
if
no.
it's like
It's not,
if
bro.
it's like some shit like about Jada Pickett Smith, or if it's like if it's some real shit, you know, like if it's some
We already
real,
know what's up with Jada Pinkett Smith. Nobody cares
yeah,
about
but
that
we don't
shit.
know his honest feelings about it, you
All
know.
right, Taz, you disappoint me now. I was like, I thought we was on the same
He
page. He's
he
too
could
old
still.
for that shit.
He's not too old. You're
No,
never too old if
no.
you just are real about it. If you're authentic, you know. If you're being your true
Yeah, that's
self,
why.
that's why Kendrick keeps getting sales and he's still going on in this later age is because he's real.
He's not later age. He's hardly 40.
He's
Will
almost
Smith,
there.
Will Smith is about to hit the 60s, bruv.
True. Just
And he's
let
been a movie star. Now, for instance, Andre 3000, right?
yeah.
Out of all the people, he was the only one that could have pulled it off
And then
had
he
he
came
not
back.
come out with the clarinet album, okay?
It's flute, but
Or
you
whatever,
know,
the
it,
oboe, or whatever, the flute album,
yeah. He
okay?
can still
The
do it.
hip hop flute album.
Andre 3000 can still
Because,
do it.
but why? Why? Because when he left his career, he was at such a high point, and then all of a sudden he was gone. People are still hungry for that shit. He can still pull it off.
Nas is
How
still
about Will Smith?
releasing albums.
No, don't even put that into the universe, Taz.
I mean,
He
yeah,
needs to let it go.
Will Smith isn't Nas. Will Smith is not Nas.
He's
That's
rich, he's wealthy, save your money,
yeah.
start a McDonald's,
You don't even
be
he
cool.
just do it as like
Even you got an Oscar.
I'm just saying
You
do it as
even
like a
slapped
side
another black
project.
man.
Don't even promote it. Just put it out. Just put out just put out whatever.
Yeah,
And if it
yeah,
gets
yeah.
if it just do a
And if
side
people
little
want to
thing.
hear it, people want to hear it. But if nobody wants to hear it, which is most
But if
likely
he's
what's going
talking
to happen,
but also if he's talking some real stuff, you know? If he's talking
but
some
he's
real
never been
stuff,
that type of rapper. Have you
he
ever
could
heard
be.
any of his music from the past?
He could change into that,
No,
Bob.
no, bruv. No, bruv. Don't be deluded. It's more likely that Santa will come down the chimney, that he will become an amazing rapper. I swear to God, I'm not joking. That is the seriousness of it.
All right.
And I'm sorry, Will Smith. I love you. I love all your movies. I love you very much. I
Maybe
respect you very, very much. I just chill, bro. Nobody wants to hear that shit.
maybe he should just start a podcast.
No, no, stop. No, no, nope. No talking. No, he should just become a movie producer and a movie director. That's it. That's it. That's what they all do. They be actors, then they get Oscar, then they direct a movie, they produce a movie, fatigue. Go on. Because anything else, no. And
Yeah,
that whole Gemini movie, that shit was fucked up. Anyway,
maybe
let's not leave on this note. I was having a good vibe.
maybe
Uh,
maybe he could like release a group project with his son, his whole family. Maybe they could release a family album. Him, Jaden, Willow, all together making a family album. You know, I know
With
they. I
like the
know
Jackson Five, or no?
I know Jaden and Willow are both now making indie rock. I understand. They're not even making rap
Yes.
anymore. They're both making like indie music. It's like this like hippie type of like vibe. Like
Yeah, this California hippie type of vibe.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
but they're all of them. They're all out of touch,
they yeah.
and there's a
Yeah.
shift going on right now, and this is they're still from the old world where they think fame that
Well,
it don't mean shit to anybody no more.
I think Jaden and Willow are kind of just out of the spotlight now. They're just doing their own thing. I don't think they've
They
been.
are, yeah.
They kind of just moved away very slowly, and now they're just gone. I don't.
No,
I know they talk, but like I don't see them like in the limelight with Will
yeah,
as often anymore.
yeah, yeah,
Like they're doing performances and stuff like that, but you know,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Young people
yeah,
on another level. And the music, I'm sorry. I mean, how many old people go to the club is frequently? I mean, okay, Gen Z. I don't know what you don't
yeah.
go to the club no more.
We don't really care about clubs. I mean, there's raves, but like that's not really my scene either.
Because we used to just go all the time, party, 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 and listen to all the. And now it just, then you start, you get older, you lay
I think
back a little bit
I
more.
think my generation mainly
I
goes
mean,
to
what is
con.
he expecting? Like some kind of Grammy or something for a rap album?
Yeah, I
No,
don't know.
bro.
I don't
You're
know.
gonna buy yourself that. You're not gonna get that based on. Let's
Oh
not start again. Let's not
yeah,
start.
yeah, yeah. Let's not
He
start again.
doesn't have the skills. Stop
Yeah,
living in La La Land.
yeah,
It's the same if you're gonna say Trump is gonna turn a good man tomorrow. It's not gonna happen. It's not
yeah.
gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
So Will Smith, let it go.
Yeah.
There was some fantasy from your youth. You achieved other things. Be happy. Be thankful. Move on. And now,
uh,
now I'm gonna go and take care of the rest of this crew because I think your little brother starts to do some homework. And enjoy my evening. I have an appointment tomorrow, and then we talk again next week. Look, I'm too
yep.
close. Okay. And your camera is a little.
It's gonna do that at this point. I'm not even. It's just gonna be foggy. I don't know
Okay,
why.
baby. Alles gut. Peace out.
But
Mwah. Bye, honey.